Today is February 24th, 2025. Yesterday on the 23rd, because it's about midnight right now. Well, after the last tape of asking Agent John, are you done playing with the damn fools? Seriously, are you? Because they're nothing but a bunch of damn fools. Play that last tape, people scatter. Okay? You done playing with the damn fools? We are in the beginning of the case. The police came up to me. That agent was so mean to you on the phone because he wanted to make sure you weren't part of the people trying to defraud him. He knew everything was drugged and photoshopped. Okay? And then later on, they came up and told me he thought the only way into the drug cartel was sacrificing you. That's why he did it. Wasn't part of the agreement. Okay? Pull me out if it gets too bad. No man will touch me. Remember. Okay? Now, Agent John, where they talk about it up in Erica and Karen's world was still open. They call it that, or Karen around the house. You were actually working with the marshals and the sheriffs to trick the drug cartel to confess under police surveillance, right? So you could get them, round them all up, right? You weren't actually helping them get away with murder and selling people, right? See, in the beginning of the case, they were talking. They're going to try to give up her testimony so she can never testify against them. They'll give up her testimony, make it so that they would never want her to testify. Well, honey, oh, honey, they didn't want my testimony. They tricked you. They never wanted my testimony. You know what they wanted? Police surveillance with a court order. They tricked you. They didn't want my testimony. They never wanted me to testify against you at all. That's where you made a big mistake. They tricked you. You know what they wanted? Somebody inside the drug cartel. Take one of their human trafficking victims to run a scam on. List them informant with money and immunity. Threat of life case. Legally bugged phone, car, home. Police surveillance with a court order for threat of life. And guess what you did? You confessed. And the police taped you. But they said the sheriffs had been taping this. They wanted your willing confession under police surveillance. They didn't want my testimony. Yeah. They fooled you. They didn't want mine. They wanted yours. That way it can't be disputed. See where you thought if you try to ruin me, they wouldn't use my testimony. They didn't want my testimony. And they wanted the police surveillance. Like they said, the sheriffs have been taping this with a court order. It can't be disputed. That's what they wanted. So when you showed up and said who you worked for, what crimes you were doing, that's what they wanted. They didn't want my testimony against you. They wanted your own confession under police surveillance with a court order. So it's stand up in court without me. They tricked you. Now, Agent John, today, people scared. You done playing with the damn fools. Like the people said today around me. Don't want to say what they all found out. It was a Florida human traffickers. You're slow, right? You're slow, right? What did they say in 18 and 19? They were drug traders and human traffickers from Florida. They worked for Judge Peter. It's Peters, actually. Hmm? They were relocating people to Florida to a resort area. It was Disney when they arrested Judge Peters and 100 people in 22 because they told them they all worked for him. And then we all work for the king from Texas. We are his men. Dave hired us. He's a drug lord. He's a fentanyl king. You look him up. U.S. military Iraqi translator went into the dark web bound word of fentanyl king. There was a pipeline between Florida and Louisiana and Texas. They were selling people, and they're all up here scouring, selling people. Oh, let's see. California coming in here and saying what drugs they're bringing in this area. Michigan drug dealers got arrested off this, and they did find some of them running cyber stalking scams and fraud scams on people up there too. Oh, Buffalo, New York was here, and they got a big human trafficking group out of that one too. Let's see. There was Tennessee and Kentucky. They did find 3 kids with some pervert down there. They also arrested over 1,000 drug traders and human traffickers from Ohio and found several hundred children here. 45 in Akron, then over 100 around Columbus, where they were taking them and selling them. They still had some in Ohio. Let's see. And then there was North and South Carolina drug dealers, Georgia human traffickers, Pennsylvania drug dealers, all confessing their crimes. Under what? Police surveillance with a court order and the sheriff's taping them confessing. That's what they wanted. You willingly confessing to your crimes. See, that's weird. Where they were saying, Will said he taped her before him. Some guy named Will. Well, who's some guy named Will? He's a Florida human trafficker. He's supposed to date Michelle, Judge Peter's daughter, the head of the cartel of Florida that got arrested. His daughter and her group are still here. So you're listening to some fucking child molester? Some human trafficker, serial killer of women and children? That's running drug scams on them? Think of that. Oh, yeah, when I put that Will is nothing but a Florida human trafficker and a fucking child molester that sells and kills women and children and is drugging people up and raping them and human trafficking, but listen to a Florida human trafficker? Oh, yeah. It's nothing but a fucking child molester. Some guys were talking outside Walmart that she called that guy that did this a fucking child molester. He was the one running around telling everybody she had charges of that, and so nobody cared what happened to her. Well, dumbass, why do you just look it up? There's nothing against me. It was lying. I had 1 traffic ticket. 1989 paid my ticket. See, I told you, without these people, I'm boring. I'm boring. So, Agent John, the one they made a fool of, June 7th, 23, Walmart 62. FBI agent John fell for the stun and tape safer. Oh, come on now. That FBI agent fell for that? You mean John actually fell for it? You're kidding. You mean FBI agent John actually fell for the stun and tapes before they were only a stunt? Name and title and calculator. Sold videos of it. Or Eric, one of the Florida human traffickers. Serial killer, child molester, salespeople, crackhead, All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it. For all these people to turn on and they fell for it. Well, it's only you I could take care right now, said that. They still fell for it. November 18th, 22. Now, are you done playing with the damn fools? Or we put two clips together, put her in a porn, it's not her, it's them. Then why you describe me showering? Ha 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 ha. She figured out what they did. Washing herself in the shower. Or they drugged her and told her to say it before, or they framed her. And it's a bunch of crackheads playing with me. Yeah. So, we're never gonna say weird with yourself when it's photoshopping and washing yourself in the shower. Okay? And they already confessed to it, and the police already knew it, and they said you even knew it when the case first started. And they had drugged me and told me to say it before. They're fake sodium pentothal reports. So we're going to stop playing with the damn fools. Oh, then even today, some lady's like, yep, I looked it up where they were trying to say they paid off a dirty doctor to write up she was insane. They can't do that. That's fraud. Exactly. It's like, duh. Are you done playing with the damn fools? Insanity and mental illness is not curable. Your brain's damaged. It takes a competency hearing. It takes a judge. Judge has to rule you incompetent or insane. Set up court-ordered guardian, social worker, Social Security disability, a payee, make sure all your money goes to you. Only thing you're doing is confessing that you paid somebody to commit fraud. That's a long time in jail. Yeah. And I can sue them. Give me a name. Make me rich. Give me a name. I had some lady use my insurance for 15 years. Now, I told you I think my whole marriage was a scam looking back at it. Dave only made $80 a week working for John. And my cowgirl, my brother-in-law Tim would go to church and brag that he made $500 to $1,000 a week back in 1985. Back in 1985, that was like $155,000 a year job. And you had more overtime so you could make more. The amount of money compared to what it is now. He just had to marry me. And yeah, I was way out of poverty. Barb, my sister-in-law, had told me after we got married, I'm so glad he married you and settled down. I'd come home and he'd be staying there and have all kinds of women in the basement having sex with him. Well, my dad gave Dave a job in probably 9 months, less than 9 months of us being married. Okay? Rumors of him cheating right away. Some heavy-set, white, round woman. I'm like, what is this? And he's like, they're trying to break us up, Karen. I got you. I was a size 3 and I had auburn brown hair and big blue eyes and had a Linda Carter kind of look. Why would I cheat with a fat, round woman? I got you. I'm always at work. Well, you don't stay at work. I know that now. 18 and naive. I told my brother to get me proof. But they didn't have cell phones back then. They didn't even have cordless phones. You had the phone on the wall. You wanted a picture of someone, you had to carry a camera. He's working in a factory. You just don't carry a camera on you. I'm like, but get me proof. Well, he didn't. But then some lady right away started using my insurance. We would dispute him, and even the secretary of the factory accused Dave of cheating and insurance and identity fraud. They're going to put him in jail if he didn't pay those co-pays. It's like some crazy woman got your insurance, your ID, and if no, they're going to put me in jail. Use my prescription card, everything. Half my medical records for 15 years are hers. I told you, my brother knew her, my mom, every union rep in the committee for Midwest Rubber. It was terrible. Okay? So half my medical records are hers. One day, Altman Hospital called me. My mom was over. I want to talk about your stay at the hospital. So I was staying in your hospital years. Tell him about this lady using my insurance. You see Dr. So-and-so, never heard of him. Tell him about this lady. He said, she's like, well, we sat and talked, don't you remember? I said, ma'am, I've never met you. I told you some other lady's using my insurance. Well, you said you have 2 little girls. I have 3 boys. She hung up. I think she asked me about my insurance number, blah, 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 and then hung up. Got smart about it. Got stuck with that copay. Tens and tens of thousands of dollars worth of bills of copays. Even though the insurance was really good. Yeah. So more likely one of the girls from Barb's basement. My marriage was a scam for him to take care of her. It's not funny when 2 women show up and said they were his illegitimate daughters. That really wasn't funny. Okay? Now, are you done playing with the damn fools? These people saying, yeah, I had all kinds of people. They can't pay off a dirty doctor to write up fraud. It'd just be fraud. Exactly. They could never do anything with it. Exactly. It's like, nice try, call. Nice try. See, they don't know the law. Could you imagine the scenario of it? Thinking you'll walk up to a dirty doctor, I'll give you 10 grand to write up this or that. Okay. Go to jail for that shit. See, it takes a competency hearing. You didn't fall for that scam either. Right, Agent John? You're not stupid. Right. Just a little more cunning than them. You're actually, like you told the police, you're just going after the people trying to defraud you. You knew it takes a competency hearing and a judge, right? You know the law. That apostolic churches are ungodly stupid. Drug confessions by the Florida drug cartel they hired. Photoshopping and washing and stocking tapes by the Florida drug cartel. Fake sodium pentothal reports where they're getting you stoned, lacing drinks, or stabbing you with date rape drugs, telling you to say something stupid and have you being raped. The poor thing wakes up and doesn't know what happened to him, have all kinds of bruises all over him, throwing up, almost passing out, severely infected. And I was blaming the dirty well water I was showering in. And it gave him cancer. Had no memory of even the attack. So, you're not stupid like the cult thinks you are, right? They said, Agent John, that's really not your name, that you gave me the wrong name. You know what? But like the guy said, the police know who he is. Oh, let's see, it's on the court order because you can't lie to the judge. For the protected custody case of statements. And you knew it was illegal to go tell all the churches. Then I called the FBI hotline before you talked to me. You knew it was illegal to tell them you didn't care I was being raped and drugged and beat for any reason. You knew on a recorded line you confessed that you told all the church people several times and mocked me. You were only acting that way to trick them so you could get the drug dealers to confess. Right? You weren't actually going along with serial killers selling women and children for sex slaves and to be murdered. Right? And when you made fun of me for the human trafficker Pete, how he was running a drug scam on me. You knew it was a drug scam. And you knew that guy was impersonating a doctor selling information because of HIPAA, right? That you would have arrest him. And that it was fraud, right? And you knew they couldn't write up something stupid like that before. That'd be flat out fraud because there's no competency here, right? Because it's not curable. And if the person is fine, then it's a lie. And a lie is fraud. Because it's not curable. And it takes a judge. You knew that, right? So when you admitted you talked to all those people, you laughed at me, you knew what you were doing, right? And then you listed me a format with money and immunity, then when you threaten me, oh, but if you tell someone, I'll tell people you're crazy and the FBI won't help you. You knew you can't withhold protection, right? And you can't list people crazy, right? Like the prosecutor's office, criminal attorney, and police, you were only bullying me, right? And you still owe me that money, right? And you don't have authority due to the First Amendment. It takes a judge in a jury trial. Only can tell you can't say anything, right? You only hire a police officer and then you've already been seen by hundreds, seen by the police and confessed you told everyone, so there would be no reason to stay quiet. It's stupid. You are just bullshitting the idiots, right? Because you're not going to say the FBI is. Do you know forced labor, making somebody work for you with no pay, is considered human trafficking? That the FBI is forced laboring informants to work and get them information on people with no pay. And then they're human trafficking them, pimping them out to the cartel, to drug beat and rape so they can get information and not pay the poor soul a dime or protect them. You're not a human trafficker too, right? And obstruction to justice and tampering with witness and evidence, federal crime, then accessory to crimes. Yeah, you knew that, right? My money. This bullshit, there's so much shit flying around here. I get tired of wading through shit. Like they said, people found out the guy that did it to her before was nothing but a fucking child molester and was part of the Florida drug cartel. What part you didn't understand? They were the Florida drug cartel in the beginning. We're drug traders and human traffickers from Florida. We work for Judge Peter. Did you not understand? They found out, told you. You didn't understand. Incompetency. Maybe you guys need competency hearings with judges. Then they can get you a guardian, a social worker, and then they pay nice people like me to come in and say, don't say that in public. It's not appropriate. Don't do that. It's not nice. See what I mean? Because the whole thing of it is where they're saying, oh, she was found insane. I was never found insane. Never had a competency hearing. Oh, she was found incompetent. Never had a competency hearing. Never found incompetent. Because do you realize I couldn't assign my divorce degree? My guardian would have to sign it with me. I don't have a guardian. I couldn't have sold Lennox and signed off on it. I couldn't have helped buy that house in Ravenna. Hmm? Couldn't get a loan for a car. Guardian would have to sign for it. She can't be responsible for debts. I'm a notary. I notarize things that stay up in court. Couldn't be a notary. See, you're like a, what they call ward of the state. You're not capable of making sound decisions yourself, so you have a guardian, and so it has to be quartered. Just can't be somebody dirty to write up shit. Like the lady said, looked it up. Nope. It would be fraud. Duh. It could never be used to be fraud. Duh. Endless amount of shit. You knew that, right? So FBI agent John Ware, they got all these drug traders and human traffickers, and we're part of the big FBI case of nationwide human trafficking scam. You were really just tricking the law, like the cop said you told him you were. Got all those. And like the FBI agent that has showed up and met my brother about 6-9 months ago, under the pretense of looking at, because my brother is gay, of that gays, transgender, blah, 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 aren't being mistreated. That wouldn't fall under FBI. But he did have a real FBI badge. He calls him his guardian angel. Shows up at work, talks to him, goes places. It's not too far from him. Seen him. Always talking about you, Pookie. You better be cleaning this up and realize how not funny this is. I like my damn money. Don't blame. Because there's already people investigating you for stealing from cases, obstructing justice, tampering with witnesses and evidence. So you're either with all them, getting the drug cartel, and we're just acting this way, or you committed horrible, heinous crimes, and all they have to do is look up the court order for the person that opened the case. Starr County, between September 23rd of 2018 and October 3rd of 2018, Starr County Courthouse, threat of life, an attempt to life, for an FBI informant for the police to monitor everything. Protected custody with statements, money and immunity. And like even another FBI agent, my friend Grant, that lives in West Virginia, has a friend in an FBI office in Virginia. Told him about the shit. He even said you don't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. You are only a hired police officer. It is for only getting them information. You cannot make up your own restrictions. And if you told, yeah, better have a good reason why. That's obstruction, honey. And you don't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. It takes a judge. First Amendment, he even said that. You don't have authority. Or the prosecutor's office, criminal attorney, police, it can't be in the court order. It's illegal. Why is that? And the money's only for working the case. You can't make up your own rules. And if you really didn't pay me, then there's two stealing in that office. One had to order the money, and the other one had to sign it that I received it. And I do get it the rest of my life, and I do stay in immunity for life for helping work this case. That's why my fingerprints are sealed. I like my money. You done playing with the damn fools. Drug confessions, photoshopping and washing by the Florida drug cartel. When somebody impersonated dirty doctors selling people's information, other people saying they paid off dirty doctors right up fraud. Are you done playing with the damn fools? I like my money. Or they need a better con than this. Doesn't fly at all. Like, nope. They can't do any of that. He knew that. He knew that. I like my money. Because, like, the FBI agent that's been talking to my brother, yeah, he was in a coffee shop talking about you. Mm. There's a lot of money missing from a federal case. And the foreman stating she didn't get it. Hmm? And there's a recorded line of an agent admitting to telling on her and bullying her and making fun of her, making her plead for her life. Then listen to her informant, and then making up that scam of, you tried it. Now, I've met with the family in my office and all those church people. I know they're trying to kill you. You confessed that several times. You didn't arrest him for conspiracy and attempted murder. And act like you're going along with it. Aiding and abetting murder. Made fun of me for some Florida drug cartel guy named Pete. That's who I found out who he was. That my ex hired on his own to run a drug scam. A photoshopping and Washington drug confessions, and another one scamming that their doctor's selling information. You didn't arrest the damn fools for being stupid. That made me beg for my life, and then list me informant with money immunity, and then if you tell them, I'll tell people you're crazy and the FBI won't help you. They can't withhold protection. 14th Amendment can't take somebody's money by due process of the law. And then you've already told, in the First Amendment, not even Congress can write up a new law taking your freedom of speech away or your right to a religious belief. It takes a judge and a jury trial only. You knew that. And you knew the Fourth Amendment, and no one's allowed in your house but protected like cases with statements in a court order. Not the Florida drug cartel running a drug scam. So you got my money, you were bullshitting them. That or someone does need to arrest you because you're crazy, dangerous, as bad as these crickets. My money, new name, social. Car, phone, probably apartment that's not bugged by craziness. Hmm? I'm gonna upload this. And by the way, if U.S. Marshals listening, you want more drug cartel, hold the case, check Faith Family Church out. The ones that work for Michelle. Judge Peter's daughter. A lot of the riffraff. They sold the login the first month the case went nationwide. So, you know, the point, yeah, you already told everybody there was no secret. Ever, because you told. You're a tattletale. But, FBI agent John, but U.S. Marshals, you want more of the drug cartel? Pull the case. 1819 007 movie. There's a lot of tears. I cry like a baby girl through a lot of it. Sorry. I'm a little old lady and they left me in hell. And I lived through a concentration camp. Like people from Faith Family Church. They said some guy named Bill said he'd never want to meet her because she cries over what those people did. I would have cried. Because they sold the login and sold videos of it. You weren't publicly tortured, FBI agent John. I was. Your skull wasn't bashed in. You weren't almost shot driving. You didn't have to hide on a shooting night. You weren't drugged till you lost 70 pounds. You weren't human trafficked, and you weren't raped and tortured. I was. I like my money. I'm not joking. But Marshals, you want more of it? You want the people from all the places breaking the crimes under police surveillance with a court order, because that's what they wanted. Where those idiots showed up, they're going to try to goof up her testimony so they could never use her to testify against them. They didn't ever want my testimony. They wanted your confession under police surveillance with a court order so it couldn't be disputed, dumbasses. They tricked you. But U.S. Marshals, there's a lot. Especially 18 and 19. Brag their crimes, who they were for, what crimes they were doing here. You want more? That guy's in the butter. Can't be, like they said, it can't be disputed.